Hello, my dear friends. Hope you all are well and taking care of themselves. Today's story is in the year of 2011, nestled in the heart of Pakistan's Punjab province. A man named Muhammad Riaz Khan embarked on a life-altering journey. He bid farewell to his hometown, Sargodha, and ventured to Karachi, the sprawling metropolis that teemed with opportunities and challenges alike. Riaz was in search of employment, hoping to carve out a better future for himself in the same country he called home. In Karachi, a city where dreams often clashed with the harsh realities of life, Riaz's quest led him to an unexpected occupation: grave digging. He found work in a cemetery, a job that involved the solemn task of preparing the final resting places for the departed. However, it was in this seemingly ordinary setting that Riaz's life took a most extraordinary turn. As he toiled away alongside other grave diggers, Riaz discovered more than just a means to make a living. He found a true friend in Vazira. Their friendship blossomed amidst the tombstones and became a beacon of warmth in the midst of the bustling city. Riaz and Vazira's bond would prove to be a lifeline, helping them navigate the myriad challenges that Karachi presented. Their daily work in the cemetery was not without its peculiarities. After laying a deceased soul to rest, they would engage in an unusual ritual. If the soil atop the grave was insufficient, water would be poured to fill the void, a practice overseen by a minister. It was this ritual that piqued Riaz's curiosity and set in motion a series of events that would forever alter his life. Over time, Riaz noticed something mysterious unfolding beneath the moonlit skies of the graveyard. After nightfall, fresh graves would be tampered with. It was during these eerie hours that Vazira would emerge as a central figure in this enigma. He would open a part of a freshly dug grave, disappear into the darkness below, and re-emerge after some time. The secrecy and intrigue surrounding this ritual stirred Riaz's inquisitiveness. He couldn't resist delving deeper into this enigmatic practice. However, the true nature of this graveyard ritual remained a closely guarded secret, shrouded in a veil of mystery. It was not easy for Riaz to uncover the underlying purpose of these strange activities. Despite his growing fascination, graveyards in Pakistan held deep-rooted traditions, each steeped in respect and reverence for the departed. One such tradition involved gender distinction in burial practices. When a woman or girl was buried, a sheet was carefully draped around their grave, ensuring privacy from the prying eyes of relatives and neighbors. This sheet, more than just a piece of fabric, served as a sacred marker, signifying that the grave belonged to a female. Riaz and Vazira stumbled upon a burial that challenged their understanding of these traditions. A draped sheet indicated that a female had been laid to rest. But what intrigued them further was the timing of the burial. It occurred between 4 to 5 in the evening, a departure from the typical burial times. Burial rituals, from the preparation of the grave to the departure of relatives and friends after prayers, generally took 2 to 3 hours to complete. By the time it concluded, darkness would have descended. This unconventional timing raised questions and heightened their curiosity. Traditionally, when a female was buried, a unique practice involved creating a space near the feet of the deceased. Wooden or stone slabs would be carefully placed over the body to prevent soil from directly touching the departed. This was a symbol of deep respect for the deceased and a practice that echoed across many cultures. However, amidst these sacred traditions, a shocking and disturbing event took place at a stone quarry in Karachi. An individual violated a grave, committing an act too horrifying to put into words. This heinous act was not an isolated incident. It was part of a series of disturbing events that unfolded in the city. Riaz and Vazira, it turned out, were the perpetrators behind these grave violations. They had been waiting for the arrival of female bodies, then opening the graves under the cover of darkness to commit unspeakable acts. Their actions were not only morally reprehensible, but also deeply criminal. One fateful day, as Riaz prepared to engage in yet another act of depravity, he opened a grave and witnessed something that sent shivers down his spine. In the dimly lit grave, he saw the partially exposed face of a young girl. Typically, the faces of the deceased were covered, but in this instance, the features were starkly visible. What truly terrified Riaz was the light he saw in the girl's eyes. A light that should not have been there, fueled by fear and an overwhelming sense of dread. Riaz hastily fled the graveyard. In that moment, he made a solemn promise to himself never to engage in such heinous activities again. He couldn't erase the haunting image of that girl's face from his mind. Riaz's abrupt departure did not go unnoticed. A curious crowd gathered, and suspicions ran high. They gave chase to Riaz. When the police arrived at the scene, they were as bewildered as the crowd about the nature of Riaz's crime. They apprehended him and took him to the North Nazimabad police station for questioning, seeking answers to the disturbing events that had transpired in the graveyard. Under interrogation, Riaz confessed to his crimes, revealing the horrifying extent of his actions. He admitted to violating the graves of 48 deceased women post-mortem. His distorted reasoning was that fresh bodies did not emit the foul odor associated with decomposition. It was a chilling insight into a deeply disturbed mind, and his confession sent shockwaves through the community. This revelation had profound consequences. Families were forced to confront the unimaginable truth that their loved ones' final resting places had been desecrated. During the investigation, these grieving families were tasked with identifying the disturbed graves, hoping against hope that their dear ones were not among the victims. This tragic incident left an indelible scar on the community, a reminder that even in death, some individuals are not allowed to rest in peace. It served as a haunting revelation of the dark secrets that can be unearthed when the boundaries of morality are shattered. In the aftermath of these horrifying events, justice pursued those responsible, demonstrating that even in the darkest of circumstances, the light of justice would find its way.